I don't know if you guys can hear me. It says I'm already in the show, but hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in to tonight's program. Shout out to all of you that are in the chat. Shout out to all of those of you who are members of the channel. I want to shout out all of you that are viewing us from the Mad Church Disease platform. Shout out to Daryl Moore. We are multicasting, multi-streaming. Shout out to the Daryl Moore audience, the cigar
Hello.
blogger. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm just welcoming everybody to the program tonight. Shout out to Rejoice Wellness Care. Shout out to who else is in here? His only wifey. Shout out to Christine Parks, Moni No Love. Shout out to all of you. Let me just do a couple of announcements since we are multi and simulcasting. If you're watching this from the Mad Church Disease platform, I want to thank you, all of you that have joined me. Earlier I went live and I was having my lunch, and some kind of way I had some sort of kerfuffle, and it kicked me off of my own live. I don't know what happened, but stuff happens. I don't know what happened. What up, Sharon T. Leonard? What up, Patsy? What up, Yolanda? What up, Just Being Me? Good to have all of you guys on the program tonight. This is going to be an exciting program. Now, let me tell you, before I get up and go to the restroom and let Daryl start talking while I do that, if you have your children in the room,
Send them to bed.
get your kids out of the room, because I don't want none of you texting me later talking about my kids was in the room and they heard you say a certain word. I'm putting you on warning now. Put your kids out the room, because I'm about to be in rare form tonight. Do you understand? Put your
Mhm.
kids out the room. Daryl Moore, take it over. I'll see you in 1 second, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if Marcellus can still hear me while he stepped away. I'm going to do a North Carolina roll call. The cigar vlogger, Mad Church Disease, Safe Space with V. Terrell Hill, and even the baddest blogger, Carolina Beat. If I didn't call your name and you from the lovely state of North Carolina, you in trouble. We ain't. And that's all I'm gonna say. If I said one of them names, and all the people that's out here on these social media spaces that's from the lovely state of North Carolina, born and raised, and if I didn't just mention your name, you in trouble. You're in a whole lot of trouble. A heap of trouble. I know, excuse me. After I go to bed tonight, I'm gonna sleep real good. Because ain't nobody suing me. I ain't in no trouble. I ain't on the hook for millions of dollars. I've been checking all week for these documents. All day yesterday, all day today. As soon as the office closed, I said, let me check one more time before I just let it go. And boom, those documents. There are with the attachments, there are 500 and over almost 550 pages worth of documents. But we ain't about to try to read all them documents, because the judge made it very clear that everybody's responses would be between 10 and 15, 12, 10, 12, 15 pages, somewhere in there. But all of the exhibits that will hit the internet today, hit Al Gore's internet, 500 plus pages.
Yeah, I believe he gave TD Jakes more leeway on this paperwork. I think he gave him 21 pages.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, with all the exhibits, and if you want a copy, I got it. So just hit me up. I'll send you the copy. It's gonna be a zip file because it's very big. And like read one of them old romance novels. This sucker's thick. So where you want to begin, brother?
Well, Daryl, we got to start with the first page. Let's get ourselves going, because we got a long road to travel, and I'm about to be in rare form. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to repeat: if you have children, small children, please put them out of the room. If you are someone who has an issue with expletives, please go ahead.
Words.
Yeah,
And
please make sure you go ahead and exit, put up your church finger and exit your way on up out of this here service on this here evening. We praise his holy name for you joining us, all our first time visitors. You may go ahead and follow the ushers on out the door tonight. Amen. Bless God, because I'm about to get these ninjas and I'm going to have a good time over here on tonight. Amen. Laughing at these ninjas. Now, Evangelist Tarsha Global, pray my strength in the Lord, because you about to see the funnier side of me on here tonight. And it
I've
is what it is. And
been
yeah,
drinking dark liquor.
I'm just saying.
I've been drinking. I'm gonna just tell you now. You heard the bottle clink clink. That wasn't communion. Been
Now,
drinking.
Daryl, you have to pull up the documents because it's on your side, sir.
Oh, sure. Do you want to do the table of contents first, or did I?
Well, no, just pull up the documents. It's too much to go over with these table of contents. We got way too much stuff to cover.
All righty, Lord. Here we go. So let me go on and do page number 31-1. That is Bishop Jakes. And let me go on down here and share, because sharing is caring.
And while Daryl is pulling up these documents, understand something. I told you guys that TD Jakes needed to respond a certain way. I feel like they have met their burden of proof with this filing. I don't feel like that this is going to go rescind into the shadows at this point. And I'm going to tell you at what point I think is going to seal Duane Youngblood's fate in this situation.
Bear with me a second, brother.
You wanted this fight, Duane Youngblood, and now you got it. It's just that simple.
Yeah, it ain't gonna end well for you, that's for sure. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, I gotta pull it up this way. Give me a second here. Give me a second. I forgot the doggone StreamYard. Okay. Let's see. Hold on.
You might have to open them all, Daryl.
I am. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm
I know
doing.
that's going to be hard on the computer too.
No, actually not. Not actually, believe it or not. It's
Moni, no love. Hang on, sweetie. Hey, Juice Radio. And since this my here juke joint, Juice Radio, now I can say what I wanted to say. I didn't want to mess up St. James's audience. Let me say this. If Richard Youngblood is divorced from his wife, it's probably because every time he went down on her, I'm sure he scratched her vagina with all those rows of teeth that he has. I'm sorry. I'm sure that woman had to go to the clinic on a frequent basis because that man had rows and rows and rows of teeth. That's some dangerous teeth down in that man's mouth. Blow that up, Daryl. I'm just saying. Listen here, sir. No. He went down on that woman and sent that woman to the infirmary. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. There we go, Daryl. That way we can take turns if we get tired. If you get tired.
Yeah, because there's certain things I'm not going to be able to read.
I know. You want me? I'll start off. I'll start us off. Okay. You're going to have to scroll, though.
Okay, ain't no problem.
Oh, should I pull that up? Which document is that? Which number is that?
That is 37.1.
Okay, let me go to 37.1.
That's Bishop Jakes' affidavit.
All right, let me go to 37.1 and I can read it on my side as long as we on the same page. And you can scroll for the other people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. We got a lot to go here. And this is for those of you that have been keeping up with this case. I'm going to go ahead and take us on in here. Amen. Bless his name.
Before you get started, this document is 8 pages.
And that's why they stayed within their limits, right? Okay, I'm just saying.
8.
Thomas Dexter Jakes, being duly sworn, states as follows. I am Thomas Dexter Jakes. Hold on, let me blow this up. I'm acting like I don't need glasses. The plaintiff in the above referenced action, and I live in Dallas, Texas. I have reviewed the affidavits of Duane Youngblood and Richard Youngblood submitted in support of the motion to dismiss. The statements in these affidavits purport to describe situations where I harbored criminal desires for these men. These statements are knowingly and flagrantly false. I am repulsed by the defamatory accusations and the $6 million extortion letter. I received from Duane Youngblood's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, attached here too as Exhibit 25 in the Blackburn letter. We had the X Files, and now we got the Blackburn letters. For years, I have been counseled to ignore the consistent stream of low level smears against my reputation. However, the emotional and physical toll of this coordinated campaign of lies designed to damage my reputation and legacy have become overwhelming. The pain it has caused my wife of 43 years and my 5 children, whom I have always loved, nurtured, and provided for, is simply too much to bear. Every person has a breaking point. I have reached mine. I authorized this lawsuit because I can no longer remain silent. My calling to preach the gospel began at a young age. In 1980, I founded Greater Emmanuel Temple of Faith, a small storefront church in Smithers, West Virginia, attached hereto as Exhibit 26 in a photograph. And trust me when I tell you, Exhibit 26 is a raggedy storefront church. Bless God, it is raggedy, but I just wanted to throw that out there so y'all would know. And we're going to show you these exhibits in a moment. With a congregation of just 10 people, I traveled to the coal mining towns throughout the state spreading the gospel. This was a true statement to humble beginnings. In 1992, I married my wife, Sarita. I embraced her 2 children from a previous relationship as my own. Tragically, just 6 months after our marriage, a near fatal car accident left Sarita with debilitating injuries, confining her to a wheelchair for nearly a year. That same year, I lost my job at the Union Carbide chemical plant due to its closure, further compounding our already difficult financial situation. To feed my family, I worked nights digging ditches for gas lines with my brother, but even this arduous labor was often insufficient. It is written it is within context the reality of my life in 1986 that Duane Youngblood makes his preposterous. I'm sorry, what?
No, that's it. This is the key point you need to pay attention to. Everybody need to pay attention to what he's reading now. Item 6.
Okay, let me go back. It is written, it is within this context that the reality of my life in 1986. And if you need me to stop, Daryl, just say my name so I'm supposed to stop.
All right.
Because when you, okay. That Duane Youngblood makes his preposterous claim nearly 40 years later on the Larry Reid Live podcast that I promised him a lifelong financial support in exchange for sex whenever I visited Pittsburgh. This assertion is not only ludicrous, it is a bold-faced lie. To be clear, while I occasionally traveled to Pennsylvania around 1986 to preach at area churches and were a part of the Greater Emmanuel International Fellowship Network, I never tried to corner grab or kiss any teenagers. I never phoned Duane Youngblood to proposition him for sex in exchange for financial support. And let me pause here. Although I know what TD Jakes is doing, you sort of left a window of doubt here that people can use, because you said you never tried to corner grab or kiss any teenagers. That line should have read, I never tried to corner grab or kiss any teenagers or adults. You got me? Do you understand what I'm saying, Daryl?
Yeah, I get you.
So you should have been careful. You guys should have worked on.
Pretty sure he corner grabbed and kissed on his wife.
But I know, but I just say for the sake of this, they, because people use anything to say stuff, Daryl. So you need that should have been the wording should have been adjusted there. I never phoned Duane Youngblood to proposition him for sex in exchange for financial support, and I never groomed, sexually abused, sexually assaulted, and engaged in predatory conduct of sexual nature towards Duane Youngblood. I never apologized to Duane Youngblood for any such conduct because it didn't happen. Number 8, during that period, I was barely keeping my own family out of poverty. It was not the Bishop T.D. Jakes of today. I was a pastor with no substantial following and no financial resources. My home was a small wood frame structure. Attached here too is Exhibit 27, is a photograph of the house where There were no signs of prosperity. My life was consumed with providing for my family, often amidst severe hardship. There were numerous nights when my wife and my children returned home without water or electricity. I often share the story of how I turned the shame of utility shutoffs into a game with my two oldest sons, then just 5 and 6 years old, seeing who could reach their rooms without stubbing their toes in the dark. My circumstances began to improve in 1992. Now I want to pause here because I'm a church guy and I was live around this time and I remember this time, and I told y'all I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. So let me explain this little section here.
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys back in 1993 is when I first encountered Bishop T.D. Jakes at the Azusa Coast to Coast Conference. Okay. He said it was 92, but it was 92, 93. He says 92, but I believe it was really 93, but that's a whole nother matter. He says, my circumstances began to improve in 1992. I managed to scrape together enough money to travel to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Azusa 92 Evangelical Conference. Initially, I was largely ignored. However, my fate changed on the second day when I was introduced to a prominent evangelist, Carlton Pearson, by Sarah Jordan Powell. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys correct me in the chat, Mrs. Powell is actually either the sister or the cousin of Clayton Powell, who happened to be the senator, the United States senator. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to correct me, but if I'm not mistaken, that was her relative. The other Clayton Powell was her. That's where she gets her name, Sarah Jordan Powell. He was Clayton Powell. So let me
Adam
just.
Powell, the
What was
third
his first name? Daryl, you remember him?
Adam Clayton Powell.
Adam Clayton Powell. That is her relative. I told y'all I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. Let's continue. He said it changed. Now, Sarah Jordan Powell, if you guys aren't churchy, let me help you. One man sat all alone. There we go, Lynn. Beside the highway begging. Y'all know that song? His eyes were blind. The light he could not see. Oh, y'all don't know, church. I told you. But he'll take your gloom. Go ahead, Marcellus. I'm having fun with this tonight. Y'all calm down. You better be glad I ain't got no wine. Um,
Well, I got
so-
plenty of dark liquor for you.
but I'm gonna
Shoot.
be laughing enough to get through this darn thing. His
Yep.
support led to a speaking engagement at the following year's conference. Here we go, Azusa 93, because this is when I encountered TD Jakes was in 1993. There, my sermon was entitled "Woman, Thou Art Loose." Resonated powerfully with the attendees and launched me into national prominence. Before this pivotal moment, my ministry was a modest local calling. Let me stop you all. That's actually not how things went down. Let me correct this, okay? Let me actually what happened is he got introduced to Carlton in 93, and in 93 Carlton would always bring the ministers in, and a couple of nights before Azusa would start, he would introduce you to certain preachers. Well, TD Jakes was one of the preachers that he introduced everybody to that night. Okay, now the sermon that TD Jakes actually preached that time was a sermon entitled "Behind Closed Doors." This is what catapulted TD Jakes into stardom. Behind closed doors. At the time that he actually preached this sermon at the pre-Azusa conference, Paul and Jan Crouch happened to be watching the night that TD Jakes preached. And when Paul Crouch heard TD Jakes preach this sermon, he actually called Carlton and them, and that's how TD Jakes got on television, and the rest is all history, okay? And then that's how he started traveling with Carlton doing the Azusa Coast to Coast conferences. Now, if you old enough to remember that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you remember that and remember those times. Now,
What?
and I
You
think
were
I told y'all, what'd you say, Daryl?
you were about what, 19, 18, 19?
Yeah, I was about 20 years old.
Yeah, because I was in grad school when this happened in 1992.
Right.
I remember watching this on television in my apartment when I was in college. 'Cause I was still in school when this happened. I remember this well. I was like, "Who is this big dude
Any
with the microphone on holding it just like this, right up to his lips.
Anybody
And
remember the first sermon that TD Jakes preached at Azusa Coast to Coast with Carlton Pearson in Los Angeles, California at Fred Price's church, Crenshaw Christian Center? Anybody remember it? You ain't got to remember it. I'm about to tell you. The title of the sermon was The 25th Hour. It was on a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday night, Carlton Pearson closed out the conference with a purple jacket on, and I believe he had a yellow polka dot tie. Don't play with me. I remember it all. So let's go on. And I'm trying to get Michael Williams to give me the darn video of that, because I'm trying to tell you, Carlton prophesied some stuff that night that came true. And that's why I want that tape, because people, all these other so-called prophets that get on my nerves. But anyway, let's move on. He says it was the woman thou art loose. Number 10, today I have diversified my income as an author, film producer, real estate developer, and more. However, during that time period referenced by Duane Youngblood, I had none of this. In my 68 years, my only involvement with the justice system has been primarily through the Texas Offenders Reentry Program, a faith-based program that helps formerly incarcerated individuals
integrate.
integrate into society. You don't even want to know what I was about to say. Through the
I showed up.
Texas Offender Reentry Program, we have assisted over 40,000 individuals in rebuilding their lives by providing support in employment, education, housing, healthcare, spiritual guidance, and family unification. So in essence, Duane Youngblood, what he is trying to say is he has worked to put families back together, and you and your brother have worked to devastate them. Let me just say that again, because I told you I'm going to be in rare form. You two raggedy mouth ninjas need to understand something. TD Jakes has leveled the playing field by telling you ninjas he has worked to rebuild people's lives, and you guys have done nothing but tear them down. Number 12. I
Uh-oh.
found myself defending my character and integrity against two convicted felons acting at the behest of an overzealous blogger attempting to extort $6 million from me. Duane Youngblood claims to have confronted me about the alleged attempted kiss, yet I have never heard a whisper of this supposed incident until his appearance on the Larry Reid live program podcast. Although Duane blames the conjured up incident as an excuse for his abhorrent behavior, it is my understanding that he never brought any of this up as a defense in either one of his trials that resulted in him spending half his life in prison. I want you
Oops.
to
Oops.
I want you to stop right there, ladies and gentlemen, because we need to take a point of privilege. Daryl, can you bring me up on the screen a little bit larger, because I want to look in the camera as I say this, because I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. We'll bring this document back up in a second, but I need to take a point of privilege here. You the producer today. I need you to let me tell y'all something. If Duane Youngblood went to court twice for essaying young children, he never at any point brought up the tragedy or the trauma that he says that he endured under TD Jakes or the Hugga Gugga Church. He never mentioned it, ladies and gentlemen.
What you call it?
The Hugga Gugga Church. It's the Hugga Gugga Church.
That's acronym. That is actually the acronym.
That's the acronym. Let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen. If he was so traumatized, he would have brought his psychiatrist up and his psychiatry people back in those other cases to mention the fact that he had just died when TD Jakes tried to give him this potential hug and this potential kiss. Y'all keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. What this man has done, in my opinion, along with these co-conspirators and this really stupid and dumb podcaster, is they have, in my opinion, concocted a ridiculous amount of stories trying to extort this man out of $6 million. If you had went to court for essaying two young children, would you not have mentioned to the judge and the court at that time that you had been traumatized with this incident? But according to these documents that I'm about to read to you in just a minute, the only thing that he mentioned was something that transpired with him when he was 12 years old. If you
Uh-oh.
had all of these other instances that had come up with you, would you have not brought these things up at any given time? Would you not have done that? Go ahead, Daryl, and bring up the other documents. I just wanted to look in this camera, look at y'all faces, and let you know how intensely serious I am about this bullshit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Let me go on, because this is what this is. This is some bullshit. All right. Let me see. I nor anyone he is now maligning was brought up in either trial. He says, make this make sense. If this event truly occurred and was traumatic as he claims, why has it never surfaced at any of Duane's own molestation cases where such a detail would have been paramount to his defense? Ladies and gentlemen, make it make sense. Number 14. It is with deep sadness that I find myself responding to egregious and defamatory claims. My willingness to address them does not diminish the need for justice. I am one of many who have been targeted by these malicious individuals. He has been targeted by these malicious niggas. Let me just go ahead and say, this is some niggas, and I just want to say it. Okay, my commitment extends beyond defending myself. It includes imposing these individuals and their exposing these individuals and their tactics, which often prey on those who lack the resources to defend themselves against such calculated attacks, disguised
like
as
me.
truth telling. Like truth telling. I must add, the inconsistencies in Duane Youngblood's narrative are too numerous to address comprehensively. His story changes with every telling. Oh, it sure does, because y'all remember when he first told the story, remember the phone call was from a bubble bath and he heard some water dripping. Y'all remember? Then when he filed the paperwork, he left out the bubble bath and the water drifting and just said it was a phone call. Do y'all not remember that? Oh, I remember that because we got the documents and we can prove what the man said. He says his story changes with every storytelling. Initially, he claimed I tried to kiss him. In a separate interview, he stated I blocked him from leaving, which is completely out of character for me. His latest claim is that he was driving me home after a birthday party. Duane Youngblood. Now, I'm going to pause right here and just say,
take your time. Take your time.
Let me just say, Bishop Jakes, I know what you all are doing here, and just for the sake of supporting and understanding what you're doing right here, that ain't actually accurate, but I'm gonna continue on. I'm not gonna mess up y'all stuff. I'm gonna move right on. 15. Duane Youngblood was also implicated two other pastors, accusing one of groping him during a massage. Yet he has made no demands against that individual. He accuses me. He accuses me of merely trying to hug and kiss him. Yet he seeks to extract $6 million. Why the discrepancy? If I am reprehensible as he portrays me, why did he join the organizations where I served as vice bishop? Did I not tell y'all that in my videos? Did I not say that to y'all? Okay, then he left, and then I didn't even know this part. Then he subsequently came back and rejoined the organizations. Y'all are some lying niggas. I just want to say, y'all are some lying niggas. Let me be very clear. This is that bullshit. Okay, let me continue. Number 16, regarding Richard Youngblood's claims, while I frequently traveled to Pittsburgh during that period, Richard and I, as two adult men, were perfectly capable of making the 4-hour trip from Charleston, West Virginia, without requiring an overnight stay at a motel. I categorically deny ever getting into bed naked and propositioning Richard. Furthermore, if he genuinely believed me to be a threat, why did he later approach me approximately 10 years years ago in Nashville, Tennessee, at a TBN event about a job at the Potter's House.
Uh-oh.
His story surfaced only after I declined to hire him due to his lack of qualifications. Now, let me just take a pause right here. Richard Youngblood, with as many teeth and rows of teeth that you have in your mouth, you should have asked TD Jakes, could you mow all the lawns on the properties of TD Jakes Ministries? And I'm quite sure with those whopper chompers, you could have cut a whole lot of grass. Amen. Bless his holy name. You could have whopper chopped your way right on through the grass, sir, and had a full-time job as a groundskeeper. That's what I said. His story resurfaced only after I declined him due to his lack of qualifications. Richard has a history of instability. Lord have mercy. He hasn't been able to maintain a job. He has multiple children with different women and a felony conviction for failure to pay child support. You just one of them lazy, non-paying niggas. You one of them niggas who don't want to take care of your kids, according to Bishop T.D. Jakes. It is difficult to respect a man who doesn't take care of his children. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take a pause privilege here and tell those of you, no matter what platform you are looking, whether you are on Daryl Moore or the Mad Church Disease channel, please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure that you support the live. If you are there, the moderators are going to put the information in the chat for you for both myself as well as Daryl Moore. I need 6 of you all to do at least $12 tonight so we can make sure that we meet our budget and stay on our budget tonight. I'm going to keep reading because we got a lot of stuff to go through tonight, but I need y'all to support because I'm going to give you a more little well-rounded situation over here. So, and I'm trying to keep you entertained, and I came to get them niggas. Oh, yes, I did. Let me continue. Daryl, do you have anything you would like to say at this point, sir?
Carry on, brother. You're doing fine.
All right.
I'm drinking and smoking.
And
gummy bear.
Number 17, in all my years, I have never initiated a lawsuit against anyone. We filed this lawsuit against individuals who were supposed to be men of God, but are clearly not. The catalyst for this action was not simply the nature of the accusations, but the relentless attacks by the overzealous blogger. Oh, Lord, let me take a point of privilege right here. Jesus. I want to talk about this dingleberry eating blogger. He's been running around the internet, everybody talking about how dumb TD Jakes was and how dumb TD Jakes is. Well, this overzealous blogger did very little vetting of this story. He did very little vetting of this individual. And as you can clearly see, Bishop T.D. Jakes refers to him as an overzealous vlogger and a blogger. And I want you all to hear me and hear me very carefully. This is now the second lawsuit where the lawyers have pointed out the inconsistencies of this vlogger's storytelling and his ability to tell stories. He always tries to purport himself to be an undisputed truth-telling source. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we have seen for over a lie. Oh, he did. Don't worry about it, Miss B. Hang on. We realize what he is and who he is, ladies and gentlemen. And he may not name him Miss B just yet because he may be naming him in something else. Okay. All right, let me move on. I have faced many attacks in my life, but none like this. Even so, I feel compelled to stand up against these bullies.
Bullies.
Because these are some gospel bullies is what they are. This is carefully orchestrated attempt to destroy me. An overzealous blogger publicly solicited individuals to make accusations against me, not for the victims to come forward, but for anyone willing to fabricate stories. He explicitly stated his strategy in one of his podcasts before his interviews with Duane. The claim does not have to be true. It just needs to be filed. Once it's filed, I can talk about it on my own show. Richard and Duane Youngblood responded to this call. They are working in concert, relentlessly targeting me and my family with vicious, unfounded attacks. I spent this past year enduring their vicious attacks, lies, rumors of my wife leaving, rumors of my church abandoning me, and so much more. All of this was happening while I found myself helping my wife to recover from a knee replacement surgery and while helping my brother navigate kidney failure. This
Mm.
unwarranted stress brought me to a place of having a health crisis on stage in front of my entire congregation. As a guy who'd had no previous health challenges, this near death experience was a turning point for me. Enough is enough. Well, since we over here on the Mad Church Disease podcast, I think I want to keep this going. Can somebody type in the chat right now? Enough is enough. Go ahead and type that in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Type it in there for me. Enough
Is enough.
is enough.
Mm.
Let's go ahead and type that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much. I expect you to do it. Praise his holy name. Enough
Is
is
enough.
enough. Mhm.
Mm. Mhm,
I
mhm.
suspect a larger network is involved in this scheme, all anticipating their share of the attempted money grab. Dwayne's ambition and confidence in extorting $6 million from me are evident in his preemptive actions, establishing a website, commissioning artwork, hiring a publicist, and announcing the launch date for not one but two books, a tell-all about me and another entitled How to Get Rich. All of this was in motion before I even received the $6 million extortion letter from Blackburn. Now, y'all remember when I took y'all to his YouTube channel and I told y'all that he established that YouTube channel around the same time that he did that interview with Dr. Dingleberry? Y'all remember I told y'all that? And that to me looks orchestrated. It don't look like he haphazardly did those things. It looks like he did those things in concert with working with other individuals. Enough is enough,
Mm.
ladies and gentlemen. And the whole how to get rich thing, I know how he's going to spin that narrative, because Duane Youngblood is supposed to be some sort of credit counselor, and he's supposed to be counseling people about fixing their credit. When I did my research of Duane Youngblood, I found 3 YouTube channels. He didn't have one, he had 3. But that's neither here nor there. I didn't even bring y'all the other 2 YouTube channels. I just showed y'all the first one. He actually has 3, but that's a whole nother matter. Let me continue, because y'all know I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. And it says, even before he received the letter. Now, number 20, Blackburn has stated that he is not even being paid by Duane. If
Mm.
this is true, the question must be asked, who is funding Blackburn's efforts?
Well, well.
The only logical explanation is that he fully expected me to succumb to the pressure of his false accusations and pay him $6 million to remain silent. Finally, Duane and the overzealous blogger had already publicized this fabricated story. Why would I pay them not to tell something that they had already broadcast to the whole world? You big dummies. You big dummies. You'd already told the story, so why in the world would you ask him to give you $6 million to keep you quiet when you niggas had already told the story? And not only did you tell the story, you told the whole world that y'all had additional videos that you were supposed to make. Am I tripping here, or am I fully understanding what's going on? You bunch of raggedy mouth niggas.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
And I don't even like TD Jakes. Let me just be very clear, because y'all gonna accuse me of just being on TD Jake's side. Let me reiterate this. I'm not on anyone's side but the truth, but I'm here to tell you right now, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you that right now. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me continue. This tactic aligns with Tyrone Blackburn's pattern of behavior. So guess what, Blackburn? When they bring you into court, guess what? They're going to have to bring up your established pattern of behavior, and that kind of stuff will be allowed to be in court. And trust me, you're going to have to fight to keep the judge from being able to see that. You're going to have to fight to keep that out. Number 21, this entire smear campaign began shortly after the public announcement of a commitment from Wells Fargo of up to $1 billion for community redevelopment. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all are not going to, some of you are not going to agree with me on, but this is my opinion, and I'm just going to simply tell you this. That blogger, Dr. Dingleberry, is very jealous of other successful ministers and pastors. Anybody who is doing really well, he tries to tear them down or bring them down in some kind of way. This man signing a $1 billion deal is most certainly going to show, to me, will show motive for why they are putting these things together, because he has a pattern of behavior as well.
Mhm.
Okay. It says here, this initiative is designed to provide quality, affordable, and workforce housing, broadband access for children lacking adequate internet service, fresh grocery options in food deserts, job creation and training, and comprehensive support services for underserved and undercapitalized communities. Let me just pause and take a point of privilege here. Dr. Dingleberry is running over there to Ghana, talking about he trying to create jobs, and TD Jakes is over here in America spending with the effort of Wells Fargo trying to create jobs in America. You over there asking somebody to donate to your Ghana project so you can hire one person, and to me it is just another fundraising opportunity for you to take advantage of God's people. That is my opinion, and I do not apologize for it, and that is simply my opinion, and that is simply what it is to me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right, so let's be clear about that. All right. So let's move on, because I'm not playing. Why he ain't showed them people no business plan? He don't have no business plan. How are these people supposed to create jobs in Ghana? And TD Jakes is over here with a $1 billion project, and you trying with your co-conspirators to tear these people down. Okay, whatever. Let's continue. These partnership was never intended for my personal gain. It is a testament to my commitment to giving back to the community that has supported me for decades. In summary, I have no ulterior motive. I desire peace, accountability, and an end to this harassment. I pray for an expeditious resolution to this matter, one that respects the integrity of the federal court process and allows me to continue the work that is most dear to my heart, investing in the lives of those most in need. My deepest concern is that others will be victimized by their vicious collaborative tactics unless the law intervenes. This pattern of abuse will continue. Let me tell you, Mr. T.D. Jakes' lawyers, I tend to agree with your opinion and your assessment of this matter, and that is the end of 37-1. Now, Daryl, we got, of course, a couple of other documents that we need to open up, and we need to show the nice peoples. We want to show the nice peoples. I don't know
Yeah.
which one you want to go to next,
I'm gonna go up and get that other one. Yes, I am. Hold
because
on.
we got a lot of stuff to show these people tonight. I want to make sure that we go over it. I want y'all to listen to me very, very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is, in my opinion, a concerted effort by a bunch of silly people who are greedy, who are running out of money, who might even have houses in Virginia, who are doing whatever they can do to try and get some money, because they're on a slippery slope to nowhere. You can't keep lying to people, and you can't continue to get folks to donate to you for stuff that you're not really doing nothing, and just funding their lifestyles. And some people are really tired of the mess. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm, Give me a second, brother. Here we go. Here we go. And
All right.
hold on
We
one.
just waiting on whatever Daryl pulls up so I can pull it up at the time. Just make sure you tell me what number you're pulling up.
37-2.
37-2. Let me go to 37-2.
Jermaine Jakes, the son.
This is TD Jakes' son now responding. Y'all remember TD Jakes' son sent him a text message and told him to just be very careful. Y'all remember that? He said he felt so threatened that it required him to start looking for legal counsel. Y'all remember that? I read
Mm,
over that stuff with you all. Let's continue. This is Jermaine Jakes, ladies and gentlemen. Jermaine says, Jermaine Jakes, being duly sworn, states as follows: TD Jakes is my father, and I am his second eldest son. I live in Dallas, Texas. I write this affidavit in support of my father's lawsuit against Duane Youngblood and those with him. Duane coordinated a smear of my coordinated to smear my father in the podcast entitled 1028 Larry Reid Live Interviews Duane Youngblood. The abused becomes the abuser.
ooh,
And he restates that in that. Number two, on the afternoon of November the 3rd, I was looking at my social media feed and noticed an advertisement promoted by the Larry Reid Live Show podcast for an interview with Duane Youngblood. And I was immediately concerned that Duane Youngblood might be putting himself in harm's way by unknowingly and involving himself with Larry Reid. So here is what he is saying, ladies and gentlemen. TD Jakes' son is saying, I saw that Duane Youngblood was hooking up with Larry Reid, and out of concern for Duane Youngblood, I wanted to reach out to him because he should be having nothing to do with Larry Reid. Based on my personal experience with Larry Reid's podcast, they create controversies that can be very destructive to people's lives. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, what does he say? It could be, he didn't say constructive, ladies and gentlemen, he said destructive. Hayabo Shai. Let's continue. Certainly, such has been my experience with Reid's podcast targeting and attacking my father over a period of years. That is the context of which on November the 3rd, 2024, I sent the message to Duane Youngblood. It was a cautionary warning to someone I know, Duane, to avoid Larry because my experience is that Larry distorts facts and is not what? Truthful. He is not a truthful person. I had not talked to or seen Duane in over 30 years. However, I know Duane from growing up in West Virginia. Our families were a part of the same church community, and Duane's brother Richard Youngblood was my youth minister. Lord have mercy. Number six, when I sent the message to Duane, I had not seen the podcast, so I did not know what had been stated or that my father was the focus of the discussion. There was no reason for me to say anything that I intended or meant to be threatening. Duane responded to my message practically immediately, stating that he received the message and it was noted. And that's what he said. Now, what Duane and them did not show was his response, and I do believe we're going to have a copy of that response here in a minute, ladies and gentlemen, because at the end of this, we're going to run through the exhibits and we're going to let you see all the exhibits so that you have that. Now, Daryl's just start opening up the rest of this stuff so we can zip on through this stuff. I'm about to get them niggas
mm, mm.
because
Which
these
one?
are some lying niggas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a big one. Oh no, we don't need to do 13:3. Let me skip close out of
Y'all
that
make
one.
sure y'all hit the like button
Let
because
me.
I don't think nobody went over the the exhibits, all of the exhibits yet. But let me just say this: shout out to all of you that are
Oh,
watching right now on the Mad Church Disease channel.
sir.
Shout out to those of you that are watching with the Cigar Vlogger. Y'all make sure y'all please hit the like button. You know, it's not an easy task to sit here and go over all of these documents and all this paperwork. Y'all please hit the like button. At least y'all could, even if you're in the bushes, the least that you could do is hit the like button.
Okay, I'm at exhibit 5. I'm about to bring it up.
And I need for at least 6 of y'all to make sure that y'all send at least $12 tonight. The moderators will put that information in the chat for you guys. What is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see live. You all. Do I have to go over to my channel? Hold on. What is this? Which one is this? Is this the is court case?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
let me
You let me
hold on
know.
now, because you gotta know which exhibit is this?
Number 537-5.
537-5?
Yeah,
No, 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 no. No, it's no. Is it 37-2 or 37-5?
I went to five because the
Oh,
other
okay.
one,
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
the other two was just what with Bishop Jakes.
So is this exhibit one? Because 37-5 is exhibit one.
Well, it's technically Exhibit One, but the
Okay.
document is number 37-5. This is
Okay. I just want to make sure. Ladies
uh,
and gentlemen, scroll down, Daryl. Scroll down to where it just says count number two. Because that way, this is Duane Youngblood's count, ladies and gentlemen. Count number two of essaying. Scroll back up, Daryl. You're going a little too. Scroll back up. Then you will see on March 3rd, 2008, they did the ADA, which I'm thinking is the assistant district attorney, and
yeah.
they made a notation there. But this was count number two, so he had more than one count. So understand something, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot get to count two unless you got to count one. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying you can't get to count two unless you got to count one. Um.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh. Oh, they marked out count one and then just brought him into count two. Okay, go scroll down, Daryl. Count two says the actor engaged in sexual intercourse of deviant intercourse with John Doe without his or her consent in the violation of section and they list the section. Oh, and they said John Doe because the person was underage, and when they're underage you cannot mention their name, and that's why they list him as a John Doe. Keep scrolling, Daryl. Is there anything else down there? No. So go, is that 37.5? Let's go to 37.6. I mean, we may as well take them one by one so everybody can see everything. And I'll
Oh,
pull up 37-6. This is exhibit 2, ladies and gentlemen.
mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all ain't even heard the worst part. Y'all know the people that wrote them affidavits? Guess what? They all criminals too. Just wait till you see this. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Mm-hmm. Give me a
You
second.
should have had some better people to write your stuff. I think this is the transcript. Is this the transcript of his actual case?
I think so.
Yeah, this is the whole this is the Duane Youngblood's actual case. Oh my god, Daryl, we ain't reading through this. Let's go to 37 7. Just so y'all know, they put the whole case. You can scroll down there and show them the whole thing, but they put
Mm-hmm.
the actual transcript of
What was
his
happening?
actual case. And the reason why they did that, ladies and gentlemen, because they mentioned that in this filing that he at no point brought up any sexual situation between him and TD Jakes throughout the course of that case. Because if it was something that was so pertinent to him, that damaged him so greatly, and he just died, y'all remember that? He should have at least mentioned that in this case, which he did not. Okay, let's go. I'm ready to go. Moving right along because I don't need that. That was 37.6. So let's go to 37.7.
Mm-hmm.
That's exhibit number 3 coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is more of a transcript.
You think so?
Yeah, it's transcript.
Yep.
That's
It should.
transcript. So this is all transcript. So we don't really need this. Let me go ahead and exit out of
Oh,
this. I'm going to exit out of this. Let's go to 37.8. Because you guys, there's so many exhibits and so many pages. TD Jakes is not playing with him. I'm just telling you.
he is
Oh,
not
yes. I like 37.8. Let's go to 37, exhibit number 4.
37-8.
Yeah, is this the page? I
Hold
think
on.
so.
Wait a minute. You
Yes,
said
37-8. That's exhibit number 4. Check this out.
hold on.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of them. I got to scroll through and get it. Hold on. Wait a minute, Marcellus. You sure it's 37-8?
It was the way it came through in the file. I don't know what if you're looking at the PDF file, it's 37-8 PDF.
Mm-mm.
You sent me the documents.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't have a 37-8. That's
You
why
have to because you sent it to me.
I'm scrolling. Well, give me a second then, because I'm scrolling through and it's
It
not.
says inmate/parole locator.
I know, and I'm scrolling through the list. I'm gonna let you see what I got over here. I'm gonna let you see it, so you know I'm telling you the truth.
Well,
Okay.
find Exhibit 4, Daryl, and open Exhibit 4.
Here. That's what I'm working on now. So 37. I just opened 37.7. So the next one I have is this one. Let's see. This one here. Let's see what we got.
If I
Is
need
it
to skip around, that's fine until we just show them everything.
Exhibit 6?
So you want to go to Exhibit 6. What's is that 37 dash what?
37 dash. It's a bunch of them combined. Oh, it's 37. It says 3710 when I clicked on it. It's Exhibit 6, inmate apparel. Uh, oh, they're showing the pictures of his jumpsuits. Oh, hell no. We don't need that. Showing how much his inmate gear. They went ham on this Joker, man.
Uh-huh.
What his inmate gear was. God dang it. He need to just cry in that car.
Well, you remember one of his lawyers, this is his specialty.
Yes. Yes, it is.
We don't need to show him the apparel, so we don't need that. So 37-10, I don't need that one.
Oh, yeah. Because we don't need that one either. Because this
No,
one,
we don't need that one. I'm
title,
looking at Exhibit 7. I pulled up Exhibit 7. Exhibit 7 was the transcript
the show.
uh
Need that.
Dr. Dingleberry's YouTube video. We don't really need that one either.
Mm-mm.
That's 3711.
Yeah. 3712. I skipped down. Let's
Let
see.
me go to 37. Let me go to 3712, which is Exhibit 8.
Yeah. Uh, let's see what I got here.
That's another one of Dr. Dingleberry's videos. We don't need that either. That's a
Okay.
transcript of another one of his videos. So they done listed it all out for the judge, you all. I
I mean,
mean, it don't
God.
get no better than this. Exhibit 9. Let me see what Exhibit 9 is. Oh, yeah, let's pull that on up so they'll know that. Exhibit 9. There, you can just open up all the documents so you can figure out where you're going and what you're doing.
Hold on. I'm going to close out and go back.
Whichever exhibit you show, let me know, and then I can, we'll talk about it. But let so everybody can see it. You just so that you guys know, and why Daryl is pulling this information up, they actually went and pulled all of Duane Youngblood's .coms and some of his .coms that he had purchased in lieu of thinking that he was about to, profit on this so-called story, and he went out and bought DuaneYoungblood.com. And they went out and actually someone had actually went out and purchased it. So they were in basically what TD Jakes' team is alleging, and what they're showing is they feel like Duane Youngblood was actually going out there and positioning himself to make money from telling this story.
Mm,
Hmm. Yeah, uh-huh.
hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get it all to open.
Daryl,
I'm doing the best I can. It's freezing up. Nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do.
I'm just amazed that you having so much trouble because I got what you got.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it's doing because certain files are just not opening now. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because it didn't do that a minute ago. Hold on. Do. Done. Now,
Eagle number one, you know, the nobody can go into the court of law deal and having to lay on the table the fruit of the spirit. That's a spiritual thing. When you in your, when you're going into court, you need to lay down the fruit of the lawsuit. This is the fruit of the lawsuit. So we're not dealing with the fruit of the spirit right now. We're dealing with the fruit of the lawsuit. Amen. And since we're dealing with the fruit of this here lawsuit, these individuals need to deal with the fruit of the lawsuit. Amen. Praise God. Bless God.
here we go. Here we go. This is Exhibit 15. This is 37-19.
All right, let me go to 3719. Let me go ahead and open up 3719.
Okay.
Uh which one is this? Let me see. This is exhibit 15. All right. Now let me tell you what you're looking at right here. You all remember, blow that up, Daryl. You
Yeah.
remember Mr. Munoz who wrote an affidavit on behalf of Duane Youngblood? This is Mr. Munoz. Mr. Munoz is a tier 3 SA offender. Understand something. Scroll down, Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Pennsylvania State Police report. Okay, they're showing you his car, all his information. Keep scrolling. We can scroll past all this. Scroll past, Daryl. Move quickly. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I want to get to the offenses so they can see. Stop right there. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, he has attempted involuntary deviant sexual. Look at it, and you can see the word. You can also see he has unlawful contact or communication with a minor. He had that another time. Okay, so and they're showing you his conviction dates. If you look at down below, he also had involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, which was a criminal attempt. He also had unlawful contact with a minor. He had that situation there as well. And they put his alias information that he also uses as well. Ladies and gentlemen, scroll a little bit more, Daryl, down, please.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going till you get to the photographs. I want you to see these are the mug shots for Mr. Munoz. I'm going to write an affidavit on your behalf. This is Mr. Munoz. Mr. Munoz is a tier 3 SA offender. Understand something, ladies and gentlemen. These were the people that, according to the TD Jakes and TD Jakes' legal team, wrote these damn affidavits. Excuse my French. And I told you, if you're coming in late, make you please put your children away, because this is not going to be the show that you need to have your children in the room. Okay. Okay. This is the time that you want to have your children outside the room. As you
Ready?
can see, this is Mr. Munoz. So that's Mr. Munoz. Okay. All righty. Daryl, we
Mm-hmm.
can get rid of this one and go to something else. Just wanted to show you these are the people that wrote the affidavits. Sharon T. Leonard. These are the affidavit people. Uh-huh.
Oh, this is the article 37-20.
Let me go to 37-20. Thank you, sir. 1920.
Munoz, this is an article where they
Uh-huh.
put up what he actually tried to do. He tried to meet up with a 14-year-old girl.
All right. You pull it up.
Yes, sir. I got it right here. Here we go.
All right, this is Mr. Munoz, Mr. Affidavit. According to the CBS local news website, a Virginia man was arrested while trying to meet a girl, 14 years old, for sex. You can see it here. A Point Park University student has traded his college classroom for a jail cell after traveling to Pittsburgh to allegedly have with a 14-year-old girl. According to the Attorney General, Kathleen Kane's office, Joshua Munoz, 23, of Reston, Virginia, was arrested on Monday in Pittsburgh. That's all I need to read, ladies and gentlemen. She was 14, he was 23, he got arrested. He is now a SA offender, moving right along.
He's a damn.
Mhm.
Oh, another. He's a parolee. You want to show the parole picture?
Yeah, the parole stuff is on there too. They got that in there too. What number was that?
That's 37-21. And I'm about to put it up here.
Yes, sir. You guys were giving you all the information because there's nothing to be hidden here. Exhibit 17 is what this is filed under. This is Mr. Munoz. This is his parolee details. Okay. This is Mr. Munoz, and they're giving you every single thing that you need to know regarding Mr. Munoz. I'm going to give you an affidavit of that.
Wow. He stayed in jail a long time because when he got busted, he was 23. He's 34 in this picture.
Yeah. So that's just going to show you what the situation was, and he probably needed to be in jail a very long time. So that's just I don't give a flip about that. So that's the only thing. They're just showing you the paperwork there. Go ahead
Mm,
to the next exhibit, Mr. Moore.
22. Here we go.
Yeah, Sean talks. He looks retarded. You ain't got to say it. I'll say it.
He was just retarded. Uh-oh. Landon Claiborne.
Yeah, he looks like he eats Jello out of a shoe. What number is that?
That is
You go,
37-22, Exhibit 18.
ladies and gentlemen, Exhibit 18. Oh yeah, which one is this? Oh, this is
The one with the
Landon
cuff.
Claiborne.
Yeah, this the other letter writer.
This is the other person that decided to write and vouch for Duane Youngblood's dumb story. The United States District Court versus Landon Claiborne. They're giving him including offenses at count one and a superseding indictment. Ladies and gentlemen, if you read what it says conspiracy to distribute and possesses and with the intent to distribute at least 80 grams, but not less than 100 grams of a mixture, a substance containing a detectable amount of heroin. So, Mr. I'm gonna write you an affidavit is a heroin dealer.
Drug man. A drug man and a child toucher.
I'm just saying, Lynn, from sea to shining sea.
Hey,
So that's that. Moving right along, Daryl. Let's go show them next one because it was over 500 some pages, ladies and gentlemen. TD Jakes is not playing with this filing, and this is what we needed from the beginning.
oh, this is just an article about him 23. I'm gonna skip that one because we already showed. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is a good article.
What number is it?
37-24, sir.
24, way up there. Let me see. Let me grab this one. This is Exhibit 20, ladies and gentlemen.
24.
Well, I have 20.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just saying 37-24, but it's Exhibit 20. You're correct, sir. I apologize.
This is a website, ladies and gentlemen, I guess from the WordPress blog. Daryl, you're gonna have to blow this up because this is really hard to see.
Okay. How's that?
Somebody put this up on a website, you all, I think a while ago. This is way back in 2008. It says Youngblood's wicked offenses. Is this man really that desperate for attention? Even his MySpace page, these people went all the way back to the MySpace era. Is disturbing, and that's saying a lot for MySpace. The site is perfect place to get the facts on this man. He has thrown so many stones, one would think that he has nothing to hide. The only thing I can tell you up front is that this man rarely speaks the truth. His ranting gives you great insight into just how disturbed he really is. You may not like some of our spiritual leaders, but at least recognize this man is more wicked than anyone else's. And then they went into their people responding to it. I just wanted to take a minute and speak on how disappointed I am in the body of Christ, and they go into it and they list it all there. But this is one of the exhibits, and you'll see way back in 2008. Go ahead.
2008. This is 17 years ago.
Now, Daryl, go to what Trent said. If you scroll down in the comments, it's the September 9th, 2008 comment. Keep right there. Scroll, keep going. You got it. He said, this guy has a lot to say about TD Jakes. I'm a supporter of Jakes and really having a hard time with this being said about him. There are two sides to every story, but this guy seems to have a ton of stories to tell. It's enough to make you go, could so many fascinating stories be true? I seriously doubt it. So he's been telling this story, and he's been telling stories on TD Jakes for a while. I'm quite sure it was once TD Jakes told him he wasn't going to hire him, and he couldn't find no other job and no other work, and his wife done left and the kids done left, and now you're just angry. Daryl, go to another exhibit, please.
Sure. I'm leaving.
Yeah, Moni No Love, MySpace.
Leaving 24. Now we're gonna go to 25.
You ain't got no business out here running off at your mouth.
Well,
If
that's
all you dealing with is heroin dealers and sex offenders, my friend, you might want to just keep your mouth closed. That's what you might want to do.
This just a bio about his brother Richard. I closed that one out. That's 25. Let's see. 20.
You might want to keep your mouth closed. That's all I'm saying.
I just know I'm glad us North Carolina boys ain't Ooh, ooh.
You just tell me what you're pulling up so that way I'll know and then I'll go for it.
The broker check report.
What number was it?
It's it's exhibit 2237-26. I don't know what a
Oh,
broker
I
check.
know what this is. Don't worry.
Oh,
That's that.
I do know what that
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that's my Bailey whip.
Um,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when we this is on Jeffrey Stephen Gray.
okay, let me open it up because you're gonna have to explain what this is. I've never seen one. I've heard
Yeah.
mention.
Yeah, this is an organ. FINRA is what or what regulates all licensed financial planners.
Oh, like
This
Rosalind Wayne.
well, yeah, it's one of those things that you would have to have if you're a real legitimate financial planner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, these are the people that regulate brokers, insurance agents, well, brokers. I shouldn't say insurance agent. You have to be a broker to be in FINRA. Okay. So that's just the point blank. So this, if you guys remember, let me set this up. You remember one of TD Jakes's affidavits said that he went to one of TD Jakes's folks in order to get some type of financial planning or get financial advice, and he claimed that this guy tried to essay him or made some type of advance toward him. I guess they're giving you the FINRA report of who this individual is, and they're giving you the information about this individual.
And said this
Now,
person is currently not registered.
right, but I don't think they put the when his license expired here. I don't see it. But yeah, TD Jakes' folks is just naming the name of the person who it is, and there is that information, and that information is there. Okay. And if you scroll back up, Daryl, you'll see where it says the broker has passed
Mm-hmm.
general industry product exams, 2 state security law exams. So this person, when you get securities license, whether it be a 6 or 63, you have to register with FINRA. Okay. And FINRA is what brokers have to be licensed with, because you pay, it depends on what state you in. I know in California it's very expensive, but that's an organization for all financial planners, individuals who deal with the stock market, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just that. Go to the next one. They're just putting all the information in here, ladies and gentlemen, so the judge can make a more informed decision. That's all it is.
This is going to trial, brother.
Oh, absolutely, it's going to trial. That's why I said I've been waiting on this.
27. Oh,
You're going to 3727.
yes, sir.
Okay. This is exhibit 23 for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is an article that was written. It says TD Jakes disparaged in false and unfounded rumors alongside Diddy sex abuse allegations. It says TikTok and YouTube users promoted evidence-free rumors about Jakes. Some of those users' videos were at least partially created with AI. Okay. So this has been a smear campaign and a hit campaign. TD Jakes, by the way, I do believe behind the scenes is supposed to be either suing Google or suing YouTube, one of them, because like when he said enough is enough, he meant enough is enough. Beginning in April of 2024, online users promoted a rumor in videos on TikTok and YouTube claiming Bishop Jakes 66 resigned from his senior pastor, blah, 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 blah. Scroll down, rumors about Jakes and Combs. They go into that in the Associated Press. So this is what he's giving. Jakes appeared at a Combs birthday party. They go into all of this stuff. TikToker users promote sex parties rumor. So he's going after the TikToker. And Jakes named mainly in Diddy name mentioned in Diddy lawsuit. So they're talking about all of this stuff. AI created videos to promote rumors. He lists the YouTube channels. He lists the individuals, and I think he had a picture of the man in here at some point. Let me see. Let me scroll down because none of this is important to me. No, not in this one. I think in the other one he had a picture of the person who owned the website. But this is just Jake's coming after them for keeping up these rumors, etc., etc. This was exhibit number 23. We can move on to something else
All right.
because
I am going to go to, let's see, I'm going to go, this is 27. Let's see what 28 brings us.
Oh, and that this one is the one I think where he showed that this guy from, is it Microsoft or the law? I think he showed the lawyer or whoever was representing him in this one.
This is exhibit 24, but it's 37-28.
Yeah, and this one he's just going over the should be exhibit 24, right? The fake news YouTube creators target black celebrities with AI generated misinformation. Is that the one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. We're not going to read through this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is just what he submitted to the judge. A lot of this stuff that's been going on uh against TD Jakes is just AI generated stuff to keep these rumors going. And then they keep the rumors going and people keep spreading the rumors, blah, blah, blah. And this is the stuff that he is submitting to the court. Okay. So that's that. So now that you're going in order, Daryl, what's next? Because we don't even need to go through all of this. I'm just giving you guys a brief glimpse into all of the stuff that he submitted to the judge.
Exhibit 25. This is the shakedown letter.
Okay. And this was which one?
This is exhibit 25. I'm going to put it up. I'm bringing it up. This is the shakedown letter.
37 dash what?
25.
37-25?
Uh-huh. I'm sorry, 37-29. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Okay, now this is exhibit 25. I'm going to make a point here for my audience and for those of you that are watching me. I'm going to make a point to you. Go ahead and scroll up, Daryl. This is the letter that Blackburn sent to TD Jakes. This is what TD Jakes needed to show to the judge. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a look at the stuff that was sent to him. Okay. All right. Sent via email, sent via mail and email. Scroll up, Daryl. He sent him an appearance letter and a preservation notice and an offer of settlement. My firm has been retained by Duane Youngblood. Mr. Youngblood, huh?
Stop right there. Didn't he say he never worked for him?
Well, and that was what I was going to bring out again, because yes, yes, that is what he said. My firm has been retained by Duane Youngblood regarding harm visited upon him by Bishop Thomas Dexter Jakes. Now, let me encapsulate this for you. If you guys remember when Duane Youngblood, well, TD Jakes' lawyers went to Duane Youngblood to ask Duane Youngblood if they could serve the papers to him regarding the case that they were going to file against Duane Youngblood. You all remember that Duane Youngblood said that he did not represent, that Tyrone Blackburn said he did not represent Duane Youngblood. Well, according to this letter that they sent to TD Jakes from its genesis, he said he had been retained by Duane Youngblood. Listen to the verbiage in this letter, Daryl. Retained by Duane Youngblood. Retained gives the implication that there has been some money spent. There has been something, and shout out to Blessed Lady 82. I just read your comment. Thank you so much for your support to the channel. Blessed Lady, I really do appreciate it. I trust me, I'm not ignoring any of you if you have sent any support to the channel. Understand something, guys. I'm trying to give you a lot of information in a short period of time. We've been on now for 1 hour and 17 minutes. So I'm just trying to give y'all as much as I can so y'all can go on about the rest of y'all night. Some of y'all going to go to bed. And hopefully some of y'all going to get you some because it is at least Valentine's Day. Hopefully. So let's go here. And he says here, the nature of Mr. Youngblood's concerns unwanted sexual assault and harassment. So he put in this letter that Duane Youngblood had been essayed. That's what he said in this letter, ladies and gentlemen. He said this letter is intentionally void of the graphic details. What graphic details? So you see how this letter is written, ladies and gentlemen. The letter is written in such a salacious manner to evoke a certain type of emotion and put a person on surprise or panic mode so that the person will make a rash or brash decision. And this is what Youngblood sent over, according to TD Jakes and his attorneys, to Bishop TD Jakes. Okay, so let's look here, ladies and gentlemen. It says the purpose of the letter is to encourage the parties to resolve this matter quickly and privately. Now, how you trying to resolve it quickly and privately, and the man done already been on a podcast? You understand what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all press the like button, please. I would really appreciate it. I need to have at least 200 likes. I should be at 200 likes right now. I'm just saying. Come on, y'all. Please hit the like button. I'm working hard over here for
Mhm.
settlement purposes only. So listen what they said. The whole purpose of this letter is for settlement purposes only. We want the money. That's what they're saying with this letter. The opening statement demand is $6 million, but the demand is negotiable. So they trying to tell you right now, TD Jakes, we want 6 million, but we'll kind of play with the numbers a little bit as long as you agree to give us something. Okay, moving right along. Mr. Youngblood first learned and was introduced to the respondent as a teenager, blah, 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 blah. There's something in here I wanted to read, blah, blah, blah. The respondent began essaying or harassing Mr. Youngblood. Upon information and belief, Mr. Youngblood was between the ages of 17 and 19. And do you guys see how this age keeps changing? Do y'all notice how in every document everything keeps going? First, I met him when I was 16. Now I met him when I was 17. I might have met him when I was 19. You can't even get these ages down. This information is so ridiculous. And the respondent's career took off. Mr. Youngblood's interactions with him decreased over time. Now, notice how they worded this in this set. It says his interactions with him decreased over time. Well, wait a minute, Duane Youngblood, you joined the Huggaguga Church, which was under the auspices of Bishop Jakes, and so if you was in the organization, you had to have some type of interaction with him because you was under his leadership in the Huggaguga Church. So that in itself, in essence, was a lie too. You can't have it both ways, you all. And you can't be sitting up here talking about, oh, we just trying to defend TD Jakes. This don't line up, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying.
Nope.
I'm
Sure
not a
don't.
lawyer, and this don't even line up. But let's continue. Mr. Youngblood was forced to interact with. He says he was forced to interact with the respondent with the encouragement and urging of Dr. Sherman S. Watkins. Well, first of all, Sherman Watkins was the presiding bishop of the Huggaguga Church that TD Jakes was under in the leadership. So you weren't forced to do anything, sir. You was in the organization, and you could have dismissed yourself from the organization and not had to have anything to do with the man. So this is all you trying to create a narrative that you was forced to deal with somebody as a grown man that you did not have to deal with. You could have left the organization, sir. You didn't have to stay in the organization. And according to Bishop T.D. Jakes, his lawyers, you left the organization and then came back and rejoined. Why would you rejoin the organization if you felt so traumatized by Bishop Jakes? What in the world would make you rejoin the organization? Oh, it's because, what did you say? You're full of bullshit. You're full of shit. That's why. That's why you're full of shit.
A bullshit. Oh.
You and your brother full of shit. You raggedy teeth, mouth having ass niggas. Now, look what it says in conclusion. Mr. Youngblood has authorized my office to make a pre-litigation settlement demand of $6 million. So y'all said that this was lie. You didn't do this. That's what y'all said. So he just brought it all into the whole court situation. So here is the letter, Your Honor. So they can't even claim that they didn't do it. And as you can see, here is his phone number, here's the email, and here's the website on this document.
Mm-hmm.
And then the latter part of this is what they call the preservation part, and where you have to preserve all the information and all of that. So Daryl, that's the end of that. That's 3729. Where are we at now?
3729. We're gonna get down to.
You need to go to 37. If you got 3730, you can do this. Or just go find whatever you can pull up so we can keep the train moving.
Yeah, brother, we got this exhibit 26. Yes, sir. Let me blow this all the way up. Oh Lord, this is the storefront church.
Yes, it was a ugly storefront church at that.
In a little town in West Virginia. Y'all ready? Here we go.
This is the outside of T.D. Jakes's church when he was in West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the outside of TD Jakes' church. Now, back in the day when we used to try to tell people that TD Jakes was filling arenas, but he had a storefront church, people didn't even believe us when we told them this stuff years and years ago. This is where he pastored before he moved to Dallas, you all. That little old building, that little old raggedy building is where TD Jakes was. Nobody believed us when we used to tell people this.
This
Because
is A
everybody thought his church was huge, and because he was filling arenas, Daryl, and he was still pastoring this little raggedy church.
Mm-hmm.
No one believed that. Okay, moving right along.
That's it, right there. That's where he started. He didn't despise humble beginnings, Lord, but Lord, 3730.
I'm just saying. Nobody
Ooh.
believed us when we used to say that back in the day. They would argue us down.
And he produced the proof. Let's see what we got here. Exhibit 27, the 3731. Let's see what we got here.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
3731.
This is the house that he was in when Youngblood claimed all of this happened. This is the house he was in. Kind of like the house in South Carolina, but a little bit better. A little bit better. But here we go. There it is. Like they fixed it up and made a museum out of it because it got a new roof on it.
This, you know what I hear in my mind right now? Outhouse, schoolhouse, greenhouse, somebody house. They call it nut bush. Oh, nut bush. Nut bush city limit. That's this way at. They in the bush. With
Mm-hmm,
old raggedy little house. It's a pretty little house though. I wouldn't call it raggedy.
mm-hmm.
I like the little pretty house, but that's
The,
me.
the chimney then broke away from the house though, so that's gonna cause a lot of problems. I'm looking
Miss
at it.
B, he did work hard. I ain't gonna lie. He worked hard. You can't deny that.
You
He
know why
see,
he had he had that wheelchair right that wheelchair ramp because his mother was disabled.
he worked hard. All right, let's get on off of this, Daryl, because I think there's an exhibit that should show the full text message between Duane Youngblood and TD Jakes' son.
I think so. That no. Da, 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 da.
Let me go to 32. What's that? Okay, no, 32 is the whole
It's a declaration from somebody.
yeah, that's from I think that's from the lawyer. Yeah, we don't have to read that. We ain't
Okay,
gotta
I
read
get out of here. 3732. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got. That's all I
that.
got on here.
Hold on, let me see something.
Uh,
3732.
That was the last one I had. 3732.
We didn't do did you do 3713?
Let me go back up there.
Hold on, let me see.
That's
Okay.
exhibit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go all the way through that. All right. Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, TD Jakes has responded. That is, those are the exhibits. Um, we showed the other person that wrote the affidavit their criminal record, right? So we showed them both of those criminal records. So the
Mhm.
bottom line, let's wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, the people that wrote the affidavits, criminals. Uh, Simple as that. The only person I think that didn't have a criminal record might have been Youngblood's wife. She might have been the only one that they didn't pull up any criminal record on
Dang.
that I saw so far. But I mean, it's the truth. Everybody else got a record. They over there essaying children and selling drugs. So you're a heroin dealer coming over here trying to tell somebody that you're gonna recount a story. How you gonna recount a story and you was over there with all of your with heroin? I'm sure whatever story you was gonna tell was gonna be laced with something. It might have been laced with lies, or it could have been laced with heroin. Whatever it's laced with is bullshit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this as Daryl brings us back up on the screen here. Daryl, we're going to get into the latter part of the conversation, and we might have to drop the link so some folks can come up here and chit chat with us, because I don't even care about that. I'll talk to anybody whether you agree or disagree. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to take a privilege of going to the restroom here in a second because I done drank a whole lot of water.
I
And
drank a whole lot of liquor.
let me just tell you this. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to go to court. Oh, Daryl, you didn't pull up all the information because you didn't show the back of the book that he had wrote that he was trying to promote. You got a lot of exhibits here that you didn't go over.
I don't have them. That's why I'm gonna show you what I got.
I'm just surprised you don't have it because I don't know how you don't have it.
When I open it in my documents, I do have them. I do
Because
have.
I got okay. Well, maybe I'm gonna have to make another video on my channel and show these people this other stuff. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, you got it. You just don't know you got it.
I was going by the numbers. I went through all 33 of the ones we had.
Yeah, because they even showed you the website and the book cover where he was trying to make the book, and
Yeah,
he
I
put
skipped
TD.
over that. Yeah, I had those because you like it was just the website, the website that had been reserved for him, the book cover,
Yeah, yeah,
information
yeah. Because
on
I
it.
wanted to show the people the book cover because he had already set it up to sell the books, ladies and gentlemen. He
Oh
was
yeah,
working on that. That's the house 37. Da 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 da. What is this? Oh, I don't know what people. Yeah, I'm past another meeting here. Okay, let me go 3713. We just opened all of this. Okay, 14. Oh, it's on my side, Daryl. It's 37-14. That's the website he bought.
yeah. That's
3715 is Exhibit 11. That was his Facebook account and his
mm-hmm.
and where he made that Facebook post. Exhibit 12 is where they also highlighted the website and the book. Oh, Daryl, find page 3716 and open that. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go to the restroom. Find that and pull that up.
Yeah. All righty. I'm gonna open it right now, ladies and gentlemen. Dooby doo, dooby doo. Here we go. Here we go. Exhibit 12. Y'all please click like on our videos, our channel. All right. Exhibit 12. Let me scroll down. I know doggone well. That's his website. Live your best life. Oh shit. He said that out loud. Live your best life as a pedophile. Mm. Wow. Live your best life. You out here that went to prison for touching children. You sick, evil bastard. And got the nerve to smile about it. Looking like Edie Amin. What the hell is going on with people? But I thank God. My name is Daryl, and I won't be named amongst the brethren. That's for sure. Not on this one. Can't blame me for this one or Marcellus. Overcome life's challenges with resilience. Lord have mercy. He said that with a straight face. I just want y'all to see that. He said this right here with a straight face. Overcoming life's challenge. Overcome life's challenges with resilience. He said that with a straight face. Can
Oh
you
yeah,
imagine?
you should have saw that other video. I didn't even go over the other stuff that he was saying out there.
Oh my God. This joker said that. I mean, this dude just got out of prison. He got a website. He leaning over like he 80s R&B artist on this guard rail and just grinning. Convicted child molester. He's sitting there right there grinning. He needs to be punched. He needs hands put on him. Seriously. Not in the way he want either. But this go to trial in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna look into the camera. For everybody involved, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. You're gonna be looking me eyeball to eyeball, face to face. No, mm-mm. You don't see me. You gonna see me because I'm gonna show up. I ain't gonna tell you when I'm coming, but I'm gonna show up for this. Just mark it down. I'm gonna be there for this. Let me
Now,
scroll.
if you scroll down, Daryl, Here is what he was talking about there. Keep going. I think there's I'm looking at the picture that has the thumbs up. Do you see the one where he's thumbing up? I think it's coming up. I
Okay.
want you all to look at his what he says. Core messages and values. Stop right there, Daryl. Healing from the abuse. Look at underneath there. It says taking responsibility and transforming. Well, since when did this ninja take responsibility and transform? He didn't even take responsibility on that stupid podcaster's platform. He glossed over his situation. He didn't go into details and tell you all that he had been convicted twice and the individual, how old they were that he was fooling around with. That's a part of taking responsibility. Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? But that isn't that a part of taking responsibility?
Mm-hmm.
Then he says generational healing and reconciliation. He's going to be the one to do this.
Mm.
Faith and purpose. Nigga, please. Let me tell you something, Duane. Let me tell you something. People like you don't understand. You need to go away. We don't want to hear this from you. You are the last person that the general public would want to trust or get this information from. You are a twice convicted, not a one time. You are a two time. And with your second time, you wrap that third charge, or that would have been a third charge, in with that second one in order for you to, they sent your behind on to prison with that
You
other
know,
individual that wasn't named.
you know why he did that, Marcellus? Because back when these charges was popping up, if he'd have got that third charge, he'd have got life without parole.
Oh, yeah, he'd have been done, bro.
Yeah,
He'd have,
that's why he went on and combined the two charges. And then I'm looking at this picture, and what's standing out for me on his left wrist is a medical alert bracelet. I'm gonna find out what the medical alert is all about. I have a theory
I'm just saying.
because birds of a feather flock together.
I'm just saying this is some crazy stuff. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. They're showing you the websites. In other words, the whole reason why they're showing you all of these things, ladies and gentlemen, to show you that there it was a concerted effort and there was planning involved, and they thought that they were going to be able to launch this newfound career of, I'm a resilient person and I was able to go through the stuff with TD Jakes and I was able to come out on top. And that's what that situation. Now scroll down some more, Daryl.
He offers a public speaking services that he offers. First of all, services Duane Youngblood serves. That makes no sense. Public speaking, workshops, one-on-one coaching.
Isn't that
Nobody
what got him sent to? Isn't that what got him sent into the prison?
ever
Was the one-on-one coaching?
got him sent to prison. One-on-one coaching.
Uh huh. Online resources. Keep going.
What our clients say. Who?
Now look, keep scrolling because this is where they're going to show you how it was a concerted effort. And look, and lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, what he was going to put on the website, the life-changing interview. He was going to highlight the podcasters stuff. Let's keep going. Let's talk. We are always ready. Blah 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 blah. Keep scrolling.
And he got a publicist.
And since we
There's
are reporting this from my platform, I am most certainly, it is primarily my situation and not necessarily reflect the thoughts or whatever of Daryl Moore. This is my situation and I'm doing the talking here. Understand that. Here is the book, ladies and gentlemen. Look what it says. Soon to be released. I overcame it. And if you go down, I believe it's did they show, no, that's in another spot. They showed it on one of these documents, the preface of the book where he started talking about TD Jakes and some other people inside of that process. I'm just saying. Okay. Daryl, you can take that down. Thank you, sir. Moving right along.
mm, 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 mm. So that's it.
I believe that is it. There's one other thing, but I'll have to find it. But ladies and gentlemen, we did that in a nutshell. We tried to give you as much information as quickly as we could within an hour and 30 minutes. I wasn't going to read through that whole document. If you want the reading of the other document that was filed, you can, if you can get that from the St. James channel. He did read through it, but you guys can have that. Daryl, let's talk about it, sir. Duane Youngblood, twice convicted. TD Jakes responds and he says that this is a concerted effort and now he lays it all out. Let's start with Duane Youngblood's letter to TD Jakes. He said that he didn't put any of the graphic details in the letter. Daryl, what was graphic about this situation?
What they tried to do to TDJ, get $6 million on a shakedown, extortion. Extortion is a felony.
And I think that's the criminal element to that.
Yes, sir. And people are going to go to jail behind this.
I
It's not just a civil matter. People are going to get arrested for what they tried to do to Bishop Jakes. Bishop Jakes almost had he didn't almost, he had a medical emergency from the stress of this accusation. He collapsed. I think, this is my opinion. I'm not a medical professional. I think a man had a stroke right in front of the church. I think he had a stroke.
which is possible because I think the stress of all of this most certainly could get to him.
And they alluded to that in that document.
Absolutely.
When Bishop Jake gave his affidavit, the stress of it all led to this.
Shelby, Miss Lex, Charity, all of you guys in the chat, what are your thoughts? Father Arnold John, what do y'all think? Keisha, what's you guys' thoughts? Miss Bree, Miss B, Miss T Pre, where y'all at? What are y'all thoughts? What do you think? Daryl just dropped the link. Let's see if anybody wants to come up and have a conversation. What are your thoughts, you all? And just make sure if you come up, just remain respectful. You don't have to agree with us. Just remain respectful. That's all we ask. Miss Bree says, I think the judge is going to dismiss it. No, ain't going to be no dismissal now, Miss B. We're past dismissal, I think. I think after what I just read and saw, I think the judge has enough information to cause the case to go forward. No, that whole we just wanted to be dismissed. Oh, I don't think. And then there's also another filing where they go after the anti-slap motion. We didn't read that to you guys. But there is they went out after all of that other information. But I'd have you guys here for another hour or two, and I didn't want to do that to y'all.
We just want to give you the highlights because we've been waiting for days for this document. And it's funny. Soon as the court closed, not even 5 minutes later, I said, let me check one more time before I leave it alone until Tuesday. And boom, there it was. I said, we got action. And I looked over, I said, oh my God. All of those pages. Because they had the transcripts from 2 shows verbatim, including the people in the chat's comment.
You know what? Fitness is everything. I don't know. I can't answer that question. Only thing I can tell you is that could be something that could be coming up. We don't know. We don't know. And they could be waiting to get this podcaster on the stand and watch him lie and impeach himself and then turn around and sue him. That could be a strategy. I'm just saying.
This is my email for those of you who may want your own. It's in the ticker tape. You may want your own copy. I'll be glad to send you the zip file, and you just open it and when you got a couple of hours to kill and some popcorn and some wine or whatever your favorite beverage is, you eat you some popcorn and you're like, oh, interesting. Blow it up on your TV. Check it out.
All right, Daryl. Just let me know if there's anybody but in the back.
Nobody's in the back. No, sir.
All right.
So that means everybody want to go to bed, I guess, because it's 10:45. because this has definitely been a
Mari, isn't that a good question?
what's the question? Let me see.
That's a good question.
Oh Lord, yes.
And let me just tell y'all something. I think they're withholding some information. Trust me, they didn't even lay out all their cards. Oh, they
Oh,
definitely holding some stuff back. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
there's some people gonna get it. There's some people gonna get it. There's some people gonna get it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I had to be very guarded about how I talk about certain things. But
Daryl, you talking out loud. I can't hear you.
you can't hear me?
I couldn't. What did you say?
I said I have to be very guarded about what I say and how I say it. But it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna get it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And just so that for the sake of this video, all of my these are my thoughts, my opinions. These are not the thoughts or opinions of Daryl Moore or the Daryl Moore channel. This is a multicasted stream. So I multicasted this on my platform as well as Daryl. Daryl is acting as our producer, working behind the scenes on today's broadcast. So none of this is relating to Daryl Moore, period. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna say this for shout out to the Carolina boys that I'm about to shout out. Yours truly from Fayetteville, my brother here from the west side of the state. Shout out to Safe Space Victor Terrell, Vincent Terrell Hill, even Carolina Beat. We ain't in trouble. We from North Carolina, but we ain't in no trouble.
Right.
No
Absolutely.
trouble. We can't nobody blame this on the Mad Church Disease or the cigar blogger. Can't say we had nothing to do with this. But we
Yeah.
sitting back talking about it and enjoying the view and
Yeah.
drinking our wine from Spain and liquor from Kentucky.
Miss Lex, I think, yeah, this going back. The main thing that we're just discovering too, you guys, you got to keep in mind how huge finding out that the two of the people that wrote affidavits for him, one was a SA offender who spent time in jail and was on parole, and then
Mm-hmm,
the other one was a heroin dealer, went
mm-hmm,
to jail for selling dope.
mm-hmm. A
And you go,
dope, a dope dealer, a child molester, and then you got two other convicted felons. So
well,
everybody, huh?
no, I was just gonna say, you know what, Daryl, what gets me with these people? You're
Hmm.
gonna get these criminals on other channels and they gonna say stupid stuff like this. Oh, well, can't people be forgiven? And can't people be redeemed? Because I used to do this and I used to be doing that. Let me explain something to you. I do believe in the redemptive work of the cross. But see, it has to be a redemptive work, which means your life is changed. You don't go around lying and signing affidavits and lying, because that shows you that your life really hasn't changed. That
Mm.
shows me that you're really up to no good and you're really up to that bullshit. Let me also say this. All of the people that are always going after other people are typically criminals, ladies and gentlemen. If you
Mm.
look on the other side and look at these people, all of them have mug shots. All of them got criminal records. All of them have all of this other stuff. And don't you come telling me that none of that is significant or none of that matters. Listen, if you're in this chat and you got a criminal record, I'm not saying that you're not a person who cannot change. I never said that. I never said that you cannot be a person who changes your life and does better. But if you look at every single one of these people that are involved who are accusing TD Jakes, all have criminal records. I'm just saying.
Who you gonna believe? I'm not saying, like Marcelo said, we're not pro Jakes. We just pro truth and facts. It don't add up. You weigh the two. You got four criminals accusing a man that, like he said, the only contact he's ever had with any criminal justice system is to help inmates coming out of prison. He, other than unless you count speeding tickets or something like that, the man has never had a criminal record.
That's the part that gets me.
Who you gonna believe? People
That's the,
shaking a man down for 6 million, or the Motley Crew.
so let me just go ahead and tell you, uh, uh, Tyrone Blackburn, you and Duane Youngblood have been tagged. Your turn.
And you got 7 days because by the 21st,
Your turn.
next Friday, you got to have yours in. And there's been a limit on how many pages you can turn in.
So you're not gonna be able to give that story time bullshit that you've been giving on all of these filings. You better come with it. And guess what? You can't come with it because you ain't got shit.
Sing, sing that Rainy Rainbow again for him, brother. Sing that Rainy Rainbow.
Butterflies in the sky. You can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. That's what you do. That's all it is reading fucking Rainbow. And somebody said, well, why is TD Jakes going through all of this stuff? Listen, one story time deserves another. If TD Jakes wants to embellish and talk about how he used to dig ditches and go build gas lines and whatever, it's fine. He can tell his story just like that other idiot told his story. So one story deserves another story. Fuck these niggas. I'm just saying, because this is some nigga shit. I'm just saying.
All the way.
Ethel, they after this 21st filing from Tyrone Blackburn, it goes to the judge, and after that, the judge will make a decision on whether or not we're gonna move forward or we about to get a dismissal. Guess what? After what I seen today, there is no way in God's green earth these people are gonna get no dismissal. And if they do get a dismissal, I would really like to read the judge's decision on why he felt like
and what he based it on, because
yeah.
Yeah,
I really want to read that.
Because I see this moving forward, and I see Youngblood and his side folding under the pressure because somebody gonna flip over there and start telling what they know.
Go
ahead, bro.
Let me keep my mouth closed. I'm not gonna say nothing. All I'm gonna tell you is fuck these niggas. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all for the rest of the time that I have to talk about this bullshit. Fuck these niggas, and that goes for TD Jakes, and that also goes for Duane Youngblood. I don't give a shit, because to tell you the truth, this is some bullshit with a bunch of criminals and a heroin dealer.
Jokers out here touching little boys and drug dealers gonna come up with a devise a scheme to shake somebody down with $6 million.
You better get out of here with this foolishness. And a homosexual pastor named Larry Reid. You better get out of here. Let me tell you something right now. That homosexual vlogger over there, all he is doing is creating trouble everywhere you look. It's trouble. I swear to God, every time you turn around, that Larry Reid, the homosexual vlogger and pastor, is forever creating some kind of drama. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Every time we turn around, he got Lester Pretier, he got Levon Trey, he got Vincent Terrell. This man and all of the other people that he got in his wake. I can't even name all of them people. What's one of them starts with a D. I can't remember his name. Don't say nothing, Daryl, because don't say nothing. Just let me tell you something. The man has got too many bodies in his wake. That's all I'm saying. And you Lord have mercy, y'all are horrible. That's all I'm saying. But ladies and gentlemen, that is what the information so thus far. The link was dropped. Nobody came up, so I take it that you guys didn't have anything else that you wanted to add to the conversation. But I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of them. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm tired of them. Fuck these niggas.
Now, see, this one gets me, and I'm gonna laugh out. Come on, lighten the load up before we go. I say what you just said. Oh, he always cussing. You said, and it's comical. Everybody laugh.
I wish they
exact thing. But
I wish they would come over here talking about Marcella said a cuss word. Fuck you.
But because you said it, but if I say anything other than Mary had a little lamb, I get just they at me.
Listen, these silly people, these folks let Lovey sit up in a suit, cross his legs with some shiny shoes, and their nipples got hard, and everybody sat up in their chair like, oh, he had a great presentation, but he was just lying. He been lying just like EJ been lying. They all been lying. And guess who's in the middle of that shit?
Mm,
Dr. Dingleberry. He's always in some shit. I would just like for him to go away for and not have to deal with him. But you know what? He can't really talk about anything else on an intellectual level. That's why he's always in the mess. Because he can't talk about anything else. He can't actually share no light and no wisdom. He gets his wisdom from his astrology books and his other crap that he tries to sell you on, and then turn around and make you pay $188 or $1888 or $888. Give me a break. Give me a break. And I
mm,
think, Nikki, you're correct. Always taking up for another pedophile.
mm,
Give me a break.
mhm, mhm.
There's a great argument to be made here, but that's all I'm gonna say on that note. I don't care nothing about all of these people. Well, you know what, uh Nikki, if you want to know my feelings about that young man, my feelings about that young man is, some people just go wherever their money is and wherever people are sending their money. Some people are just led astray, and some people just do things because they want to be paid and they need money. But I'm not that dude. I just think those people, it's a shame and a sin that people get away with that. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But in another life, I think he could be a decent person if he just learned how to get away and speak for himself. That's all. They all got a scamming spirit, including EJ and Lovey. By the
Mhm.
way, Daryl, I don't think we talked about this, but we were in Vincent's private chat today, and if you guys don't know, Vincent had an opportunity to speak with Lovey. Lovey FaceTimed him, and they had
Mm,
a conversation today.
mm.
Um,
For somebody that's supposed to be insignificant, they'll have a lot of people kind of get in touch with you, huh?
yeah, but I think it was good. I think it was good. I'll
Mm.
leave it there.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, the letters BNS for bullshit. That's what this show has been sponsored by today. I'm so sick of these people. I don't know what to do. I really am, and I'm sick of these vloggers making excuses for this type of behavior,
Yeah,
and then just looking past what people have done in their lives. It matters. What kind of person you are in life, it matters, ladies and gentlemen. It
they
matters.
they look past it, Marcellus, if they like you. If they don't, they weaponize it against you.
Absolutely.
Big difference.
Absolutely. Well, when Donald Trump the other day was sitting in the Oval Office with that stuttering Elon Musk, one of the things that got me in that situation, Donald Trump said, "Oh, they're cooking the books and we got to go into the books because there's a tremendous amount of waste and fraud." I'm surprised not one single reporter said, "Sir, Mr. President, you were convicted of 34 counts of fraud and cooking the books. Why should we trust you to be the one that finds all of this waste, fraud, and abuse?"
Because he the one that benefits from
Oh, you're going to hear a lot of stuff in the next couple of hours and days from these vloggers, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, those other people, they just concentrate on people's past, and you never can change your life and move on and move forward. Ninjas, y'all just did this shit in 2012.
it.
That ain't
Clout.
that long ago. Y'all was criminals in 2012.
We clout chasing. We're jealous.
Oh Lord, what is there to be jealous of? Nothing. Some of them can't even bend over and touch their toes. They so
Well,
damn big and fat. How the hell am I gonna be worried about how you gonna be jealous of somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? You got to take a Uber. I get to go get in my car. You understand what I'm saying? What am I jealous of? But you rich, right? Everybody's rich on the internet, right? And
like
the
them.
yeah, and the other one, you run around here eating Campbell's soup trying to stay alive because Tasha K say, you got houses in Virginia and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got Campbell's soup noodles flying out your mouth every 5 minutes. You over there, poking international soccer players in the behind, but he running around on Tasha K talking about he not gay. I mean, there must be levels because he put two gays to it, not gay. What the hell is gay? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And you're gonna run on the internet talking about somebody, and you're gonna be running around telling somebody's story, nigga. You better get out of here with that bullshit. That's why I say it's just based on bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Can we
And then
join?
you're gonna have that Grinch who stole Christmas with that glued on wig way in the back of his head harassing people. And y'all think that stuff is funny. That ain't funny to me. This is serious business. This is people's lives. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't no plaything. You trying to extort some money from somebody. Because this is what they do. This is what they do. And we told y'all that years ago. This is what they do. You see this man over here that everybody wanted to call crazy and say something was wrong with him, and something was wrong with him and he was nuts. He done brought us all full circle. And now every time Tasha K opened her mouth, what did she say? Daryl this and Daryl that. Daryl said, and Daryl. I'm like, okay, uh-huh. And that's why one of the things everybody wanted to do was keep Daryl quiet. They just wanted to keep Daryl quiet because they didn't want to take the responsibility for what they did. But here is the good news, ladies and gentlemen. This story has outrun Daryl Moore. So guess what? Like I said to you before, nigga, it's going to follow you for the rest of your life. Like a trail of toilet paper when it's stuck to the bottom of your shoe when you leave the fucking bathroom, you nasty bastard. You're not a good person to send a $6 million request to a person and ask and try to extort them. Those aren't good people. Those aren't God-fearing people. Those aren't people who are trying to push and make the world a better place and bring light and love into the universe. That's not who those kind of people are. And then you get mad when vloggers highlight this stuff and just tell the truth about it. Unfortunately, I don't owe these niggas nothing. I don't have to be nice about it. I can say it how I feel. These are the worst of the worst kind of people. These are the worst of the worst kind of people. Sit up on the internet all day and going after vloggers and talking crap about people that you don't even know. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even know me. But thank you for talking because I keep getting subscribers. We're now over 17,300 and counting. We're headed toward 18,000. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. I'm just. I think about Bishop Jakes and like what he said in his document. He had to go home and face his wife with all this foolishness coming out here. He trying to help his wife get better because she went through a serious ordeal. Because a lot of people passed away with blood clots when they get knee and hip replacement. He was dealing with that. Then his brother is fighting for his life, and then this man gets on in the pulpit because he just had a sermon he did this week, and they pulled it because he was so weak. And then they re-released it after they cleaned it up a bit. He's under a lot of stress, and somebody's going to be held accountable for that. Somebody with some money. Because Duane Youngblood ain't got partner wonder.
Oh, I think he lying about that too, Daryl.
Oh,
No, there's no way in the world for you to pastor for that many years and for you not to have no money and no nest egg, unless he was tremendously responsible. Because keep in mind, his next book was entitled "How to Get Rich."
shoot, I can name a book out here. If I wouldn't have got a gas to back pay, I could write a book, How to Get Slim. My ass would still be 400 pounds had I not got that weight loss surgery. So,
But here's the thing. All of the lies that you done told the judge should click with the judge. You first told the judge you was only working part-time and you had a part-time job. Then you showed up with 3 lawyers. Then you done now TD Jake's team done prove you done set up a website. You done bought a.com. You done wrote a book. You was about to promote a whole book. How was you doing all of these things on a part-time salary, sir? Who are you kidding? Who y'all kidding?
and who paid for the damn lawyer? Because that letter, the shakedown letter said I was retained.
And that was a lie too, because retain has an implication of financial situation saying that you have been retained. If you've been retained, that's money involved in a
But you
retainer.
paid the retainer. You paid a retainer. Well, somebody
Now,
paid
could
the
you
lawyer.
could you be retained? Probably not have to pay. I guess I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, people can represent you pro bono if they decide to. If you represent me, you'd be like, Daryl got a good case. I'm gonna just represent him on a contingency. I'm not gonna charge him no money up front. If he win, I get my money on the back end. Or they might say, "Well, I just believe in what you're going through. I'm gonna represent you for free," because
Uh,
the publicity of representing you is gonna bring more clients to me.
Fitness
That's
is everything. If you look in the description of this video, there'll be a link. It tells you to join the membership. You just click that and it'll take you to it. Daryl, you know what? I'm gonna be real honest, and I know for some of you this might be a little gross. The only thing these men is good at is Dr. Dingleberry is good at being a whole homosexual pastor and hiding it. You know what they're good at? They're good at hiding. They're good at doing things behind the scenes, and throwing rocks at people and hiding their hands. You feel me? They're good at that. But as far as this story is concerned and coming up with this bullshit, I don't know. I don't understand it. I really don't. And then they have the nerve to be talking about you're a prophet of God.
mm. What's this? Ethel Smith. Let's see here.
What'd you say,
Please
Daryl?
explain this to me, please. Type something else down in the chat. I need to get what you're saying.
Yeah, you have to make that a little bit more clear, Ethel. And all of us sometimes don't use wisdom, so that's true in all things. So I could say there are times he probably didn't use wisdom. I know he didn't use wisdom with having anything to do with these raggedy mouth bastards. He should have sent them on their way, and that's probably why they're mad and pissed off right now, because he got rich and they over there trying to scramble and pay child support. Richard Youngblood, go sit your raggedy ass down some damn where. You need to go get you a job and shut the hell up and make sure that you leave other people alone. That's what you need to do. Don't push the go live button, nigga. Go push another button. Go push the child support button down at the clerk's office and make sure you pay your child support, you raggedy mouth bastard.
Jake's really did. After I look at that picture of that storefront church, he really did come from the bottom.
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
All the way up. And came all the way up. Wow.
Miss B, he tries to hide it. He tries to hide it because he surely ain't told his followers on his main channel that he's a homosexual. So he surely tries to hide it. He says little things out in the public, like the first thing he remembers as a child is the smell of a man's scrotum. Okay, so he tells you a little thing like if you have an anal sex and you go too far, you have a little poop on the tip of your peen. So he's led people along, but he's not come out and say who he is. That's what I'm saying. Because if he was a real man and he was what he was, he would come out here and say it and stop playing all of these damn games. That's what I know.
Mm-hmm.
You nasty bastard. That's all I'm saying. Daryl, take that off the screen and let's get out of here. We can go. I'm done.
I'm done too. Thank
Fuck
y'all.
you niggas. That's what I'm gonna say. Fuck y'all. All of you.
We out of here. We out here, y'all. It has been a real blast.
Please hit the like button on all the channels, ladies and gentlemen. I stream from my channel as well and send it over to Daryl's channel. He's just acting as the producer tonight. I appreciate Daryl. Let me be very clear with you all tonight. All of these people are the worst of the worst. They're just the worst of the worst. They all got criminal records. Now we know that the people that wrote them damn affidavits have criminal fucking records. That ought to send a red flag up for you immediately when it comes to this whole story. I'm just saying.
Convicted felon. Convicted felons.
Daryl, go kick your feet up. Find you a good movie because that's what I'm about to do. I tried to go buy me some groceries, but the darn grocery store was so crowded, I forgot it was Valentine's Day. People are always shopping at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
I love y'all.
I love y'all too. Good night, y'all.